Have you ever danced till your feet hurt? Now, imagine dancing till you die. Welcome to a chapter from the peculiar pages of history, the dancing plague of 1518, a riddle that has left historians and scientists scratching their heads for centuries. It all began in Strasbourg, Alsace, a region that was a part of the Holy Roman Empire back then and is now a part of modern-day France. Picture this, the year is 1518, and out of the blue, people start to dance. Not for joy, not for celebration, but in a trance-like state, seemingly unable to stop. This wasn't just a handful of people, but hundreds, all dancing uncontrollably, day and night for days on end. They danced until their feet were bloody, until they collapsed from exhaustion. And some, it is said, danced till they met their untimely end. Yes, you heard that right. People danced themselves to death. A phenomenon so bizarre it seems more like fiction than fact. But this was no fairy tale, it was a grim reality that the people of Strasbourg had to face. Now you might be thinking, what could possibly cause such a strange event? And you're not alone in that thought. Over the years, many theories have been proposed to explain this enigmatic event, ranging from religious fervor to poisoned rye bread. However, the most widely accepted theory among historians and scientists is that this was a case of mass hysteria, or a psychogenic movement disorder. This theory suggests that extreme levels of psychological stress can manifest as physical symptoms, in this case, uncontrollable dancing. But, as with many mysteries, we can't say for certain. The dancing plague of 1518 remains an unsolved puzzle from the past, a chilling reminder of the power of the human mind and the strange ways it can react under stress. So let us journey back to that fateful year 1518 where it all began. In the heart of Strasbourg, a woman named Frau Trophia started the Dance of Death. Amidst the cobblestone streets and medieval architecture, this lone figure began what can only be described as a macabre waltz. Frau Trophia began to dance. Not a joyous twirl or a festive jig, but a relentless consuming dance that seemed to hold her captive. It was as if the rhythm of some unseen music had taken control of her body and refused to let go. Without any apparent reason, she continued to dance in the public square day and night under the sun and the stars. Her feet, relentless, beat a haunting rhythm on the cobblestones, a rhythm that would persist for nearly a week. Blisters formed, her shoes wore down to nothing, and her body screamed for rest. But Frau Trophia danced on. And then, the most peculiar thing happened. One by one, others began to join. What started as a solitary spectacle soon grew into a mass event. Within a month, the streets of Strasbourg echoed with the relentless footfall of 400 dancers. The city had become a stage for this inexplicable performance, a performance that held its participants captive, forcing them into a dance with no end. The physical toll was immense, the dancers' bodies began to betray them, they were plagued by exhaustion, by starvation, by heart attacks, some even succumbed to strokes. Their bodies were pushed past their limits, and yet, they danced on. The streets of Strasbourg were transformed into a dance floor of death, where the music played was a symphony of suffering. But why did they dance? What compelled them to such extreme measures? Was it a disease, a curse, or perhaps something else entirely? Theories abound, but the truth remains as elusive as the melody that seemed to guide their steps. As we delve deeper into this mystery, we'll try to uncover what led to this bizarre phenomenon, this dance of death that held Strasbourg in its grip. As the town danced, theories and beliefs swirled. A bizarre spectacle that transcended the realm of the ordinary. The dancing plague of 1518 spawned an array of theories, each more intriguing than the last. In the midst of the chaos, the frightened townsfolk turned to religion for answers. Some believed that the frenzied dancing was a curse inflicted by Saint Vitus, a Christian saint revered as the patron of dancers. They thought that the afflicted were dancing for Saint Vitus, in a trance-like state, unable to control their movements. This belief was so deeply ingrained that the sufferers were taken to a shrine dedicated to Saint Vitus, in the hope that they could dance away the curse. Others, however, saw the plague as a manifestation of divine wrath, a punishment from the heavens for their sins. They believed that their town had been singled out for some divine retribution, and the dancing was a penance they had to pay. This belief led to a wave of repentance sweeping across the town, as the people sought to appease the angry gods. Fast forward to the modern era, and the theories take a decidedly less supernatural turn. Some scientists propose that the uncontrollable dancing could have been a result of food poisoning. Ergot, a fungus that grows on rye and other grains, was common in the Middle Ages. Consuming bread made from ergot-infected grain could cause hallucinations and convulsions, symptoms that might explain the strange dancing. Another modern theory suggests mass hysteria as the culprit. In times of extreme stress, such as famines or epidemics, mass hysteria can cause people to act out in strange, uncontrolled ways. The townsfolk, already living in fear of the plague, could have been susceptible to such a psychological phenomenon. While theories abound, no definitive explanation has ever been agreed upon. Whether it was a curse, divine wrath, food poisoning, or mass hysteria, the dancing plague of 1518 remains one of history's most intriguing mysteries, a dance that continues to bewilder us to this day. After months of non-stop dancing, the music finally stopped. As abruptly as it had begun, the enchanting spell of the dancing plague seemed to vanish into the ether. The streets of Strasbourg, once pulsating with the ceaseless rhythm of 1,000 tapping feet, grew eerily silent. As if waking from a dream, the dancers gradually came to a halt, their bodies exhausted and minds bewildered. It was as though the strings that had them marionetting to an invisible tune were abruptly cut. The once vibrant city square transformed into a tableau of fatigue and confusion. The echoes of the incessant dancing still hung heavy in the air, but the dance itself had stopped. The town returned to a semblance of normalcy, but the aftermath of the event was far from ordinary. The residents of Strasbourg were left to grapple with the aftermath of this inexplicable phenomenon. Some were left with aching limbs and weary hearts, others with the haunting memories of loved ones lost to the plague's merciless grip. The sheer exhaustion led to numerous deaths, leaving a somber cloud hanging over the town. The impact on the community was profound. The dancing plague didn't just leave physical scars, but psychological ones as well. People were left questioning their understanding of the world, their faith, and their sanity. It was a shared trauma that would echo through the generations, a chilling reminder of the time when the town was held captive by an inexplicable dance. In the aftermath, the town found a strange sort of unity. They'd survived a shared ordeal, an experience so surreal that it bound them together in a collective memory. The dancing plague became a part of Strasbourg's identity, a peculiar chapter in its history that would forever set it apart. The dancing plague of 1518 remains one of history's most bizarre and unexplained events. It's a chilling tale of a time when music wasn't a matter of joy, but a symbol of an unending nightmare. A testament to the inexplicable mysteries of our world, and a reminder that sometimes history dances to a tune all its own. In the centuries since, many have tried to decipher the dance. This bizarre episode from history has continued to captivate modern scholars, who have proposed a variety of theories. One such theory points to a biological cause: ergot poisoning. Ergot is a toxic fungus that can infest rye flour, a staple in the diet of the citizens of Strasbourg in the 16th century. Consuming bread made from ergot-infested rye can lead to hallucinations, spasms, and a condition known as St. Anthony's fire, characterized by a burning sensation in the limbs. This could explain the uncontrollable dancing. The ergotism theory, while intriguing, is not universally accepted. Critics point out that ergot poisoning typically leads to death, not dancing, and the records of the time make no mention of such a high death toll. Another interpretation posits that the dancing plague was a case of mass psychogenic illness, a phenomenon where a group of people, often in a close-knit community under stress, begin to exhibit similar physical symptoms with no identifiable cause. The citizens of Strasbourg were definitely under stress in 1518, dealing with famine, disease, and harsh living conditions. The psychological strain could have manifested itself in the form of a dancing mania. Yet another theory suggests that the dancing was not an illness at all, but a form of social protest or an expression of deep-seated societal resentment. The afflicted dancers, the theory goes, were not ill but were using the only means available to them to express their discontent and desperation. Each of these theories brings us closer to understanding this strange event, but none can fully explain it. The dancing plague of 1518 remains a mystery, a riddle wrapped in an enigma, shrouded in the mists of time. It's a tantalizing reminder of the complexities of the human mind and body, and the peculiar ways they can react under duress. Each interpretation adds a new layer to this fascinating puzzle. As we continue to explore this event, we may yet uncover more pieces to the puzzle, bringing us closer to the truth of what really happened on those strange summer days in Strasbourg over 500 years ago. From the annals of history to the pages of pop culture, the dancing plague continues to intrigue. This bizarre event has danced its way into various forms of media, captivating the imaginations of artists, writers, and creators around the globe. In literature, the dancing plague has been given a new lease of life. John Waller's A Time to Dance, A Time to Die is a compelling recount of the event, exploring its social and cultural implications. In the realm of fiction, Anna Marie McLemore's Dark and Deepest Red pairs the historical event with a contemporary tale of identity and belonging, weaving a rich tapestry of emotion and intrigue. Moving on to the silver screen, the dancing plague has inspired filmmakers to explore this historical enigma through their artistic lens. Peter Weber's The Dancing Plague is a chilling exploration of the phenomenon, while in the movie Pontypool, a radio broadcaster and his team struggle to understand a similar plague causing people to communicate in strange and dangerous ways. Video games, too, haven't been immune to the allure of the dancing plague. The survival horror game Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs, for instance, subtly references the event as part of its eerie narrative. And in The Sims Medieval, your sim can be afflicted with the dance fever, a clear nod to the historical event. But it's not just about recreating the event or referencing it. The dancing plague has become a symbol for uncontrollable compulsion, a metaphor for collective hysteria, and a study of human behavior under extraordinary circumstances. It's a testament to the power of this historical event that it continues to inspire and provoke thought even after 5 centuries. So whether it's a haunting novel, a spine-chilling movie, or an eerie video game, the dancing plague has found a way to continue its dance in our collective consciousness. It serves as a reminder of our shared past, our ability to endure, and our capacity for resilience in the face of the inexplicable. Even after 5 centuries, the dance continues. The dancing plague of 1518, a dance of death or a dance of delusion? What a dance it was. A spectacle that began with one woman's seemingly innocuous jig rapidly spiraled into an uncontrollable frenzy, captivating hundreds in its throes. The streets of Strasbourg became an eerie stage for this bizarre ballet, the participants, unwilling puppets in a show they didn't sign up for. We've delved into the heart of this enigma, exploring theories and beliefs that have tried to explain the unexplainable. We've looked at the physiological hypotheses suggesting that ergot poisoning or mass hysteria could have been the culprits. We've examined the psychological perspectives that propose mass psychogenic illness, a collective stress response, as the trigger. And we've pondered over the supernatural explanations, the whispers of divine wrath and demonic possession. Yet despite these attempts to demystify the dancing plague, the truth remains as elusive as ever. The dance stopped as abruptly as it started, leaving behind nothing but a trail of questions in its wake. The event left a significant impact not just on the individuals involved, but on the collective psyche of society, influencing art, literature, and popular culture even centuries later. Modern interpretations have added fresh perspectives, with some suggesting the plague was a form of protest, others proposing it was a ritual gone wrong, yet none of them have managed to fully unravel the mystery, adding further layers to this complex conundrum. The dancing plague of 1518 continues to fascinate, its enduring allure drawing in curious minds, challenging them to solve a puzzle that's been left unsolved for over 500 years. It's a testament to the enigmatic nature of human behavior and the depths of the unknown that still lie unexplored. As we've journeyed through this convoluted maze of theories and interpretations, it's become clear that the dancing plague is more than just a historical event. It's a symbol of the profound mysteries that lurk within the human mind and the strange ways in which they manifest. As the curtain falls on this strange tale, one question remains: will we ever truly understand the dancing plague of 1518?